Welcome, everybody, to the Mullins Over Music podcast. It's episode 56 with the lovely Kendra Erika. Now, we had a great time with this one, starting from her beginnings in music to her dance era, all the way to the femme fatale 007 espionage music that you will hear on her new album. You're going to love this one, I promise. Check it out. This is the Mullins Over Music podcast. Episode 56, Kendra Erika. Boom. Welcome, everyone, to the Mullins Over Music podcast. I am your host, as always, at least until the aliens take over, Austin Mullins. And I am here with Kendra Erika. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Austin. And yes, until we have other life forms, definitely.
Sometimes I use Till I Die of Dysentery or Till the Robots Take Over. I've got one that I might use soon that I think will be pretty funny too. I'm not gonna spoil it though.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Keep it on ice. Keep it on
Yeah.
reserves.
Gotta come up with more funny ones.
For sure. Definitely. We have to keep things entertaining and light and fun.
Yeah, exactly. Well, as most people who listen to the podcast will know, the first question is the fun fact question. You went through elementary school, middle school, high school. I'm sure, at least if you went through the public school system, uh, there was always the stand up, state your name, and give the class a fun fact about yourself. The little icebreaker
Oh
thing.
yeah. Uh-huh.
That was all in preparation for this podcast. You didn't know it, but it's
Years
all
and
been
years
leading up
of
to
that led up to me being prepped for this.
exactly years in the
Okay.
making right here.
Wow, this is very epic. This is a very epic start right now.
I know. Well, give us a fun fact about yourself.
Fun fact about myself is that I can remember a lot of people's birthdays. I'm sort of like a savant in that respect. Some people call me Rain Man, like I have like a Rain Man ability, but I can if I hear it twice, I can remember it. So that's a an interesting fact about me. And another fact is that I'm a seven handicap on the golf course. But yeah, one of them, the first fact is very fun, and then the second
Yeah,
fact is very intimidating. So I'm sorry. Um,
I'm like not at all on the golf course. I
I'm
should give
like
it a
not at
try.
all. I'm like not at all.
Yeah,
The way that you said that was funny.
thank you. Well, of course, our second question, as always, the fun question, the funny question, interesting question,
Mhm.
whatever you want to call it. Um, they're all kind of dumb, so that's the whole point. Now, ooh, I've got a couple good ones. Let's do. Ooh, there we go. I like this one. What is your craziest Halloween costume you've ever had, or most memorable?
Most memorable. Well, the one that is just embedded in me, I think because it was kind of a little bit traumatizing, but when I was a little girl, I was Ariel from The Little Mermaid, and I just remember my parents having to, well, because I had like bleach blonde hair
Yeah.
as a young girl. And they took this spray paint or
Oh
this
no.
like hair spray paint, and they were spray painting my hair red so that I would look like Ariel. And this stuff was like, it was super strong, super potent. I think it was, borderline toxic.
Oh yeah.
And I just remember me being like, wanting to achieve that look so badly, but having to endure all of this like toxicity and inhaling it. So I had to put a towel over my face so I wouldn't smell it. But even through the towel, it was coming through the towel. But I achieved the look, and I think that's very similar and replic replicative of what do today. Because sometimes when you need to achieve a certain look in a video or a shoot, sometimes you got to go through some uncomfortable situations in order to achieve it.
For
So I
sure.
think just like how all of those stand up, tell me about yourself questions in high school that prepped me for this podcast, I think that costume when I was Little Mermaid prepped me for doing videos and shoots and achieving those those less than desirably comfortable looks.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you there. All these childhood things that they've all led you to here. I'm sure we'll come up with something during the podcast too that we're
Oh
like,
yeah.
yep, that prepped you for this moment as well.
Yes.
Well, let's go ahead and let's move on a little bit. Let's talk about now, I like to phrase this as like your own superhero origin story. I want to
Mhm.
hear from you, and we want details. Well, you know, I know you've got a bio. I've read it a few times, but we want some really we want some really deep details of how you came to be the person you are today. Start
No,
back as far as you can go. You can even go to where you came out of the womb. I've had somebody do that before. It was a little strange, but yeah.
I bet, yeah, because that is pretty strange. But that's funny. I know you have a bio. I've read. Yeah, that's
Give
like the
give us the
textbook, the rudimentary version of what I've who I am of what I've done. But
we want your
um
Superman origin story, like
um
coming from Krypton type stuff as a baby and growing up,
wow. Well, I
except
think
less
the
super alien stuff.
yeah, abs of course. I think the one story that symbolizes that superhero moment was when I was 13 and I was performing in a talent competition. It was like the most popular talent competition in South Florida. It's called Future Stars, and I was 13 and I was in the middle school vocal category, and I did Time to Say Goodbye by Andrea Bocelli. And if nobody knows what that song is, I'll do a little layman description of it, and that's the Catalina wine mixer song from the movie Step Brothers. Um
I immediately knew when you said that.
Yes. So I won first place doing this song. And now, mind you, this is coming from a girl that was born tone deaf and had to overcome a lot of that. And being that I was so young and I won that competition singing one of the most challenging songs in and I think modern musical history.
Oh yeah.
Um that was like my superhero moment. At that point I felt anything was possible really. And that like yeah that's the moment that transformed my mentality and it was it really signified that I can do this.
Okay. I like that. That's I like that story. That's good.
Oh,
Plus,
thank you.
Step Brothers, great movie.
Yeah, and then when I won the award, it's so funny because I was telling someone the other day that leading up to that point, because I'd watched Miss Congeniality because I love that movie,
Such a great
and
movie.
and when I won the award, I just went into total Miss Rhode Island mode. I was like, Oh my God, it's me like fanning my face and everything. And I did the whole thing, but I didn't do it intentionally to mimic the movie. It was just natural. So I was like, yeah, it was my Miss Rhode Island moment for sure.
Okay. Now, quick question. Which Miss Congeniality film is better, one or two?
The first one.
You know what? I respect that choice.
Yeah, the first one. The second one was great, but just like with Home Alone, the first one is always
I
the
don't know
better
about
one.
that. I don't know about that. I like the second one better than the first one. Home Alone.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the second one too, but there's just something about the first one that's so warm and cozy. Um, and
That's
then
fair.
and then the New York one is just big and Big Apple and blah in your face and but yeah, there's nothing like the coziness of the first one. But if we're talking about miscongeniality, then yeah, the first one I like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good choices. Good choices. Well, I want to zoom in a little bit. Let's talk
Hmm.
about how your music comes to be. I basically want to take it from where it comes from in your mind, where the whether it be your lyrics or some sort of song. No, I want to know where it goes from here all the way out into the world for the people to hear. Because
Okay.
and then we'll talk about a specific song, your new
Yeah,
one. We'll
that's
talk
not
about
hard
that
at
one in a
all.
minute.
Yeah, that's not hard at all to, recreate quantum physics right now with what I do. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's really not hard.
I'm glad you agree.
Um, well, what I've always loved to do is most artists have ideas like written in a journal.
Oh
There's
yeah.
like post-it notes like all over the place, and I just feel like that's just so like that to me. It's helpful, but like it just you're bringing like chaos into like your session. So what I like to do is I just like to operate within the moment and allow certain downloads to come to me in the moment. Um, and yeah, I'll have th some things just jotted down on my phone, just ideas that sparked me throughout my merry way,
Yeah.
in my life. But what I also like to do is whomever I'm collaborating with or writing with, I always like to have a really good you know, sort of philosophical conversation. I just like to have a deeper conversation so that we we break down those obligatory four walls. Because sometimes, especially in today's world, like we're plagued with oversensitivity. And I think that with having those conversations, we can just, like I said, break those four walls down, and actually be intentional with the lyrics and the messaging and be effective too, and be as poetic as possible. And that's my method to my madness,
Okay.
so to say.
I
Yeah.
like that. Well, of course, we have to talk about your song Goldeneye. I I mean,
Oh yeah.
I love the song and it's very it does remind me of Goldeneye. In fact,
Right?
I was thinking about booting up my Xbox just to play the old 007 Goldeneye game and listen to that at the
Really?
same time.
Oh my gosh.
I think it'd be
So,
a lot of fun.
so I prompted you to like basically reboot Jumanji and go in there
Exactly.
and play it. Awesome. I love it. That's great.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. And I mean, I will say my second favorite song by you has to be Dance in the Fire. So walk me through both of these songs because I mean they're my favorite, so I want to know more about them. Talk about the process of how those came to be.
Well, Dance in the Fire actually was birthed and inspired by some tragic events that happened a year ago or right around this time, which were the LA fires. And I just remember uh, being in the midst of all of that. Just seeing just being on my balcony, seeing the hills and flames and everything. And it was just it was a really uh I'd say it was a very like jarring, kind of almost like shocking time. And actually like fascinating too. Because it was just at such a weird time, you know, that the holidays were over and people were trying to start the new year off, and then their lives get burned down. It was just like this really oddly sort of fascinating time. And I say fascinating in the way that it wasn't like positively fascinating, but I
Of
think
course.
fascinating in the sense that it's just like, wow, this happened. Um and shortly thereafter, it was like late January, and my producer Luigi had sent me this track, this like Afro house style track, and he had originally sent it to me before the holidays because he wanted to write something to it. And I said we have to write a song dedicating, you know, some sort of motivation after the fires, and using this sort of Afro universal house track to bring everybody together and make it very universal too, because the song not only is for the fires per se, but it can apply to anything. It can apply to any sort of challenge that you're trying to um find resiliency in. And we got in there, and Will Gittins and I and Luigi, we rewrote the song, and the and the song did very, very well. And I I just wanted it to be that sort of reparational song, and that song that brings everybody to the dance floor, and gets everybody dancing again so that they can move on and still have the memories, but then um rise from the ashes.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. And it's such a it does get you dancing. Trust me.
Yeah,
I put
no,
it on in
it's
the gym now.
oh, you do?
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, because you're working out through the fire, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
But then now Goldeneye is the lead single to the License to Thrill album, which is releasing February 13th. And Goldeneye was originally written by Bono and The Edge, and originally performed by Tina Turner, and it's from the 1995 Bond film called Goldeneye.
Yes.
But Myron McKinley, who produced the album, we took this song in a direction like a Peggy Lee's Fever, and that's the inspo behind that.
Okay. Well, it is a very fun song. And
Oh, well, thank you.
you're well. Like I said, it makes me want to, go grab my Xbox controller and go play, Goldeneye.
Go at it. Yeah, for sure.
Unfortunately, I will not be playing that with my brother. He's a cheater.
Oh, is he? Oh
Yes,
my
he
God.
is a
I just
cheater.
remember I remember like the Sims games back in the day. Like
Yep.
I was like I was the I was such a good land developer. Like I made a neighborhood, and then I made a country club, and it was so funny. Like I I was Andy Cohen before Andy Cohen was Andy Cohen because I would create drama in between like the Sims characters. Like I would create drama between like the housewives and all that. So I'm like I said, I was Andy Cohen before Andy Cohen.
Oh,
Um
absolutely.
but I just remember playing it with one of my neighbors back in the day, and he was like, "You need to use this cheat code." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, if you do like control all or whatever and you type in rosebud or something, you'll get like you'll get like extra
Yep.
Sims dollars or something like that. And I just remember being morally compromised because I still wanted to play the game, but I would find myself using the cheat code to then basically be like um
Put the game on easy mode.
put the game on easy mode, but also to like build more. Like it gave me more ambition and
Yeah.
zeal and all this. And I was like, I just wanted to dominate. I just
Yeah,
wanted
of
to dominate
course.
the Sims world. Um, but that's really funny that you say that your brother's a cheater.
Oh yeah. No, I he does it every time in that game. I refuse to play it with him.
That's funny.
Well, speaking of your single Goldeneye, let's talk about License to Thrill, your new record
Mm-hmm.
coming out. I want to
Yes.
hear about it. Let me hear the artistic direction, if you will, of
Mm.
the record. What you were going for it, what you hope people will take out of it, all that fun stuff.
Well, I had always wanted to do something Bond related musically for a while, and just during COVID, like the idea was becoming ever ever growing loudly in my head. And
Yeah.
at one point I just said I want to put together an album of all my favorite Bond songs in like a stripped down jazzy form. And I did it. And I
Yeah.
chose Myron McKinley to forge this project because he had done such a wonderful job with my cover of Witchcraft, which he co-produced with Ralph Johnson from Earth, Wind and Fire. And also he did another stripped down version of one of my Billboard charting songs called A Deeper Love. And that's actually going to be a bonus track on the License to Thrill album. But
Awesome.
I I wanted to do something Bond related. One, because my dad introduced me to Bond when I was 7 years old. Funny, 007. Yeah, he showed me my first Bond movie at that age, and I remember being so like captivated by it. And even at that young age, like I just admired it, and I think that's significant of me being an old soul, because even as a little girl, I could appreciate it, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Um, and I just wanted to do something so with Bond in mind so badly. And also because I put a lot of that sort of style and classic sense uh, behind me, because when about 10 years ago I was working with this firm in New York. It was like this artist development firm. And since they were the founder was from Belgium, and a lot of the people that were on her team were very, European, so they understood, style and class, and they had like an appreciation for it. Then they developed me into this like Bond girl type image, and
Yeah.
I put out my two songs, Hustler and Miami Love, with them. And very like Lana Del Rey, like very British inspired artists and sounds. And when I just wasn't when the creativity and the flow just started to run out with them, then that's when the founder of the firm, she introduced me to Jason Dowman, who became my Billboard promoter. And then he said, basically ditch them, come out and
Yeah.
work with my team of writers and producers in LA. But his team and his Rolodex of producers were very much in the dance and pop vein.
Of course.
So, and being that he is a Billboard dance chart promoter, then that's what that was my entree into dance and EDM music, and I was doing that for a number of years. And so now at now that I'm, coming into more of who I am as a woman, as an artist, in my early 30s, I feel like I want to go back to my roots because all of that, although all of that was so fun in my 20s, I gained a lot of experience with the songwriting process, the production process, the performance process. So now all of those skills that I garnered, I just want to apply them into my roots now
Yeah.
and bringing back that classic sense and going back into like the American Songbook and the jazz standards. And because when I was a teenager, I was performing at different restaurants in Boca Raton, Florida, doing a lot of like the Frank Sinatras and the Connie Francises and the
Yep.
Doris Days and Billie Holidays, just Ella Fitzgerald, like you name it. Primarily because Boca Raton is where a lot of the old folk,
Oh
the
yeah.
more experienced folk come down to retire. So they I mean in their prime days they were hanging out with the real Sinatras and the Sammy Davises back in their day and the real Dean Martin. So they have such an appreciation for that style of music. So I had to create a sought after repertoire to accommodate that clientele or that demographic.
I like that. Yeah, they do like their Frank Sinatra down there. That is very true. But
Fly me to the moon. It's like all the
exactly.
time. They're always in it. It's like it lives within them, and that's what's so cool.
It's like their internal clock.
It is.
Well,
It is.
now I have to ask you something because this is something that that Kelly brought up to me when
Mhm.
first talking about you. You were tone deaf.
Yeah, I
Uh,
was.
how bad tone deaf were you?
Well, there's a video of me when I was like 4 or 5 or something like that, and I was singing Happy Birthday to myself, and it was completely atonal, like it was monotonous. It was just one tone, one key, like one note throughout the whole thing. And I mean my parents never told me, you're tone deaf, Kendra, because
That
that
would
would
be kind of mean.
crush the soul of a little one. Like
Oh, for sure.
it would be like in the Avengers, it would be like Thanos just snapping his finger with the glove and everything turns to dust.
Yep.
Um So, but what they did is because I wanted so badly to be a performer, like I had all the confidence in the world, but the skill set, it was like, some work.
Of
Um,
course. Of course.
you need some screw tightening or whatever, training. At the community theater that I wanted to be a part of, the musical director there, he was a professional opera singer from Berlin, and
Wow.
he and my parents set me up for private coaching with him. And because thank God I was so young and amenable, I was able to take to the training so impressionably well. And from there it was just like learning a language. Learning a language is easier when you're little versus when you're 38. So I think that introduction, and I think that sort of chess move that happened so early on, and he taught me like the operatic and classical and like the very technical style of training so that I could have vocal longevity, and I could traverse genres very easily without injuring myself.
Vocal longevity is so important. I mean,
Oh, it so is. And I feel bad for those that had some sort of training, but they didn't have like the technical foundational operatic training because you hear so many stories of, so and so has to cancel a tour because she's got cysts and polyps on her throat and she's got nodules and this. And it's because they're belting and screaming and even if they're not screaming, they're just excessively performing without having that technical wherewithal.
Oh yeah, I mean
So
Bon Jovi, he was unsure if he was going to make new music again or play shows anymore because of his voice. It's crazy.
yeah, I know. So it just adds to that longevity too. And something that I'm thankful for.
Absolutely. Well, let's move in a little deeper. This is this is either my favorite question or one of my favorite questions for sure. It is, what's your favorite song you've written and why? And this is where I get people. What is your least favorite song you've written and why?
Ah.
Because there's a ranking.
Oh, I know.
You may have a couple top ones, but
Yeah.
there's always has to be one at the bottom.
Yeah, there's always that problem child. Um, favorite song would be Avalanche. Um, and my least favorite would be, huh.
I know. It's a hard one, ain't it?
It's a hard one, and the reason why, and I'll tell you why it's hard, is because some of the songs that I wrote when I was, 16, 17, trying to be all bubblegum, I look back and I'm like, I'm like snap out of it,
Yeah, of course.
because I'm looking from like my minty fresh, full grown mature adult self, and I'm like looking at this child, and I'm like, what are you doing? Um,
Absolutely.
but it worked at the time.
That's
It
fair.
worked at the time, so I can't really, and that's all a part of like self-love is like forgiving yourself
Of
and
course.
and understanding. But the least favorite, God,
I know.
I really don't know. I would say,
Throwing out there. Any one of them at random.
mm.
I don't like that one either. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, the one that's silent. Um, God, I really this is stunting me.
Trust me, I totally get that. I mean, it's so hard to think. I mean, even when you're like first doing music and you're like, well, this is
Yeah.
just you know, I liked it enough to put it out at the
Hmm.
very, or at least put it to paper. So, did I hate it? Do I dislike it because I'm older now, or do I dislike it because it's genuinely
I th
bad?
well, okay,
In
so
your own opinion.
I'd say the one that has I'll go more behind the curtain with this one, but I'll say the one that has like the most like baggage attached to it, I think um would be a Song of Hope. I think
Okay.
because I was um and although it's a beautiful song and it can be used in so many different worldly and challenging and uplifting situations, I just feel at that time there's so much pressure to write a song during the COVID
Yeah.
times and during the pandemic and just a lot of um yeah, it's such a, like I said, it's you know it's like how I'd say it, and I'm gonna I'm gonna imitate our president right now, but it's like it's great people, but there's a problem, like great people, but kind of suck.
Good impression.
Um, but no, it's I would just say that during that time, I felt like I needed to write a song that was all about like, oh, let's have peace and love and come together, when at the time that's not what was going on. Like there was a lot of polarity.
Oh, for sure.
um and a lot of uh divisiveness. And so just writing that song, if I just felt like it was kind of forced, like we were trying to force Kumbaya, and Kumbaya just wasn't what was happening. And
Oh,
even
absolutely.
for me artistically and creatively, like during that time I was working with people who were very much in disagreement, or very disagreeing of who I was and what I stood for. And being that, I let's just say I see differently than most people in my industry do. That also created some contention too. So I think Song of Hope would be a lot better of a song in a different time.
Oh, yeah.
Just I just feel like that's the one song that has like the most, yeah, like I said, the most baggage attached to it. And it's just kind of like I sing it and it's great, but at the same time, I'm reminded of those times where I just felt like, ugh.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Great answer. I like that one. I mean, I like that song, but I totally understand given the backstory.
Right. Yeah,
Well, let's widen things a little bit here. And
yeah.
I want some of your let's go for five. Five of your top influences. They can be musical or they can even be non-musical related.
Wow. So influences meaning like people or what?
It can be like a band or an artist. It can be
Okay.
I mean, it can be, you know, the hobo down the street. He may influence you to write music because I don't know. It can be the world around you, just any sort of things that
Mhm.
influence you as an artist and the music that you have made.
Well, one of my top inspiration is my grandmother.
Okay.
She passed when I was 9 years old, but she was a professional golfer, and she
That's
was
awesome.
such a talented golfer. Um, Back in her day, in school, there were no girls' teams for athletics, so she played on the boys' team, and she was like the star player. And what I really appreciate about her is that she didn't have this sort of like tough woman hard edge to her. She still maintained her sense of or like her femininity, and but she was still strong too. And I think like that's something to look up to, especially in today's world where women feel like they have to compete so much with activating or stepping into like their hard edge or their masculine sense. But you don't really need to do that. You can be more impactful by sticking to your natural role, but also being strong and not um and not accepting anything counterintuitive.
Okay.
Um, so that's one of my biggest inspirations. Um, my second would be my dad actually, because
Okay.
he said he always tells me hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And that has lived in me for however long. Um, my third inspiration would be Princess Diana.
Okay. Good one.
because she did good because she it was in her spirit to do so. Not she didn't do it for the headlines. And she stayed absolutely true to herself.
Oh yeah.
And she connected so well with children, connected so well with animals, and just connected so well to people because she just had that knack and she had that artfulness of engaging and relating to people. Um,
Yeah.
my fourth inspiration would be mu musically would be Sarah Brightman.
Okay. That's a good
Yeah.
choice.
Um, because listening to her so countlessly when I was developing my classical voice. I mean, she's just a part of me. She's ingrained in that development. Um, and then my fifth inspiration would be Frank Sinatra because he did it his way.
Oh, he definitely did.
Yeah.
You know, when I think of Frank Sinatra, recently I've been thinking about Frankie Valli in the same breath.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Frankie Valli too. Yeah. No, oh, yeah, I was
Have you?
just thinking about Frankie Avalon.
Yeah.
I saw him in concert. Actually, it's really funny. I saw him in concert in at the Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas when I was vacationing there with
Okay.
my parents. And I remember the whole resort was promoting Frankie Avalon in concert, and I had just seen Grease maybe like a couple times, a handful of times. And my mom was like, the beauty school dropout guy is going to be performing here. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I went up to the stage, like I pushed myself to the front of the stage and I touched his hand. And I just remember like not washing this hand for like, I don't know how many days.
That's a great
So,
story.
yeah, the beauty school dropout guy.
Okay. Well, this is a little bit of a- an exposing question, if you will. This is
Okay.
what I like to call your guilty pleasure music. Now,
Okay.
it doesn't necessarily mean you're embarrassed by this, you know, music that you're listening to. Unless you are, in that case, we need to hear about that. But
Okay.
uh,
Okay,
but you
got
know,
it.
it's something that people wouldn't maybe expect you to listen to, or just music that they're like, oh, well, that's surprising.
Well, I listen to some classical music, like when I want to, you know, um, when I want to add a few more brain cells to my IQ or my brain.
Of course, of course.
Um, um, It's funny. Oh my God, it's so funny. My producer David just posted a reel because he posts like he's such a good content creator.
Yeah.
He posted this thing and it's like when you want to listen to classical music to unwind, but then all of a sudden you find yourself finding yourself to be evil or something, and like you're thinking like world dominating thoughts. Like you're in this like Baroque era with like the wig and everything, and it's just um yeah, it definitely increases the intelligence.
Oh yeah,
So and being apex, definitely you need to bring your intellectual game for
of
sure.
course.
Um, but yeah, classical music also. I listen to I listen to a lot of like foreign house music,
Okay.
like Arabic house music. It just I feel like that girl from the Tom Cruise Mummy, like the
Yeah.
Mummy girl, and I'm just like I just feel so empowered. But um
Okay.
I'm not gonna turn like museums and cities into dust, don't worry.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for clearing that up, by the
You got it. You got
way.
it.
I don't live near a museum, so I think I'm okay.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause I do, so I have to be
Oh yeah.
careful of myself.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we also have to throw in here because I like this question. You have an upcoming show.
I do. I
Let's talk
do.
about that. Tell me about it. Tell me about any
Yes.
other upcoming shows you have coming after the fact, too. I like to hear about new shows.
Well, the main one, the pièce de résistance, is February 15th here in Las Vegas. It's the License to Thrill album showcase, and it's the debut show for the album. So I'll be performing all the songs on the album, and that's on in February. That's February 15th. The album drops February 13th. But leading up to that, um, I will be at Max and Jazz, also in
Okay.
Las Vegas on February 9th. Before that, I will be on Mark O'Toole's show February
Okay.
4th, in Sun City Anthem. And then January 22nd, I will be at the South Point Hotel and Casino at the Dennis Bono show, and that's January 22nd.
Okay. Cool. Well, I wish I could make it out to the showcase on the 15th, but I'm working that day. So, yeah.
Oh, rats.
Not that this isn't work. Well, I mean, I enjoy this, so you know what they say, if you enjoy what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Exactly. That's
Mm,
that's the
yeah.
ultimate achievement, right?
So, I do enjoy this, but it's kind of like work. I have
It's
the
kind of like
the bad listen, I love all of it except for the editing part. That is my least favorite part.
oh,
When I
well,
when I get popular enough, I'm hiring an editor.
oh yeah. Well, they're probably gonna put a bunch of like AI in there and be like,
That
do
is
all these
true.
crazy effects. I was playing around with AI the other day too, and at that point I was just like, yeah, no, no, thank you. Um, but I wanted to create like an AI video of me doing one of like the Bond songs,
Yeah.
and my face looked normal, but as soon as it started singing, it looked different.
Distorted and warped it and all that stuff.
Yeah, and I was just at that point I was just like, yeah, probably AI is not for me. Like it's I think AI stands for me, actual intelligence.
I
So,
like that. That's a good one.
yeah. Um
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I have coming up. So January 22nd at the Dennis Bono Show at the South Point Casino in Las Vegas, February 4th at the Mark O'Toole Show in Henderson, Nevada, and also Max and Jazz here also in Las Vegas, February 9th. And then February 15th is the
It's the big one.
Bondtastic show. Yes.
Oh, I like that. Bondtastic. Oh,
Bondtastic, yes.
I'm gonna write that down somewhere. I like that.
Yeah, just jot it down a little bit, you know.
Exactly. Well, now I've got some, these are some deeper questions, and
Okay.
some of them are fun questions. I call this my semi-rapid fire,
Semi-rapid fire. Okay.
or I guess I should rename it to something funnier, like not so rapid fire. That might be the new name for it. But
Right, right, right.
what's something you're still learning about yourself as an artist?
Oh, well, as of this year, I'm trying my hardest to stay more in the present because if I think about the past, I get stressed, and if I think about the future, I also get stressed. So, spiritually speaking, living in the present is a lot better.
Oh,
Because if you look at the past, you'll be stuck, and if you focus too much on the future, then um, you'll uh, you'll never really be enjoying it. You'll always be in it like on edge. So,
oh yeah. This one's a fun one. What do you hope people feel when they hear your music live
Oh,
or just in general?
I just want them to feel that like cinematic sense again.
Yeah.
That
The
old
grandeur.
that the grander like golden age of Hollywood sort of like just get that cinematic sense again. Um yeah, and yeah, that because that's why I like artists like Lana Del Rey because she's really embraces that. She's like, I'm not just generating tracks or music. Like, no, there's a deeper story there, and that's something that I've always been um um I've held strong to in creating that.
Of course. What is a fan moment that has stuck with you?
A fan moment.
Whether it's like, you know, really deep and you're like, that really stuck with me, or it's absolutely ridiculous and off the wall and you're like, I won't forget that ever.
Well,
Or both.
I do remember this happened years ago, but this guy this guy in Nashville like followed me, was following me on Facebook. Um, and I don't know, like he had seen that I was like leaving the studio in Miami or something like that. And I'd like checked in, when when you checked in, like that's
Yeah.
that's when I used to check in like in real time. But
Yeah.
now I check in after the fact because of this.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, I just remember him flying all the way down from Nashville to try to see where I was, and we never
Crossed
there
path.
we never really there wasn't like a physical interaction. It was just like, hey, are you here? And I said, no, I'm already back up north in Boca. So yeah, that's just
That
one
is
moment.
that is an
Um
interesting thing.
yeah, but it's this m- this moment is like a series of moments, but
Okay.
it's pretty funny, and I have to talk about it because it's very humorous.
Of course, we
But
love to hear about
a lot of these like Middle Eastern fans and fans from different parts of the world, um, they come up with the most creative names for you.
it. Yeah.
Like sun drop moonbeam, like water drop almond flower, just like like moonbeam delight.
That sounds like a brand of ice cream bars.
Right?
Man, I
Yeah,
kind of want some ice cream now.
right. Like
Okay.
but and I'm saying this because I mean I don't want it to stop because I still want like my comedy hour, but
Yeah, of course.
it's very flattering, but I think it's pretty funny because they're so creative. They're so vivid and descriptive about what they call like high priestess of vanilla scones or something. They just the I'm like
That's an interesting one.
now I want scones. Same with you.
Yeah,
Like you want ice cream, I want scones. And you're calling me almond flour. Like now I want marzipan.
I'm allergic to almonds, so that don't help
Oh,
me any.
well, yeah, I'll take all the almonds.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I've
take
got
those
that.
for me. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you can have the ice cream.
Okay, cool. That sounds good.
Yeah.
That is, I like that.
Yeah, there's so
American people are they need to step their game up.
no, because it's like, you're so hot. Oh God, oh babe, oh yeah, baby, oh yeah, you're so hot. Oh my God, so gorgeous. But I'm like, not that I'm complaining about that, but
Yeah,
it's
of
just
course.
it's funny. It's funny how, and it's just a testament to just how globally the like communication is just so different.
Oh yeah, for
Because
sure.
they appreciate like conversation and engaging and connection, while we're over here like, I'm like some people are like too afraid to even go to Trader Joe's, so they have everything DoorDash to them, you know? It's like,
Well, have you seen all the DoorDash stuff recently?
no, I haven't.
So,
What's going on?
I've got two quick ones for you. First off, my little brother told me this today. He said
Really?
people are taking pictures of doorsteps and asking AI to Photoshop in a food order and then just taking the food. And I'm like, that's so messed up.
That is messed up. Yeah, so I'll take being called the Moonbeam Supreme any
Yeah,
any
absolutely.
day. Wow.
And then here's the other
Crazy.
one. This woman was door dashing to a man's house, and
Sorry.
no, you're good. He had fallen asleep with his pants down on his couch, and his door was slightly cracked open. She videos him, and turns out she had also slightly pushed the door open too. Um, and claims that he uh can't use that on YouTube. Did something because he was asleep in his own house half naked. And she got banned from DoorDash. She got banned from TikTok and she
From
went to jail.
taking from taking a photo of him sleeping?
She took a video of him
A
sleeping
video.
and then and
Okay,
was
that's
claiming things.
I'm sorry, but I gotta be real. That's dumb.
Oh yeah, and the whole situation was dumb. But turns out she likes to break into people's houses.
Oh,
Um
yeah. I mean, some people take a pickleball, other people take a pick locks.
yeah. I've never done either. I would like to
Pickle
try pickleball,
pickleball or
but
pickle the lock.
that's a good one. I've never tried pickleball, fun fact. Is it
Oh,
fun?
my mom took a few lessons, but
You
I
have to take lessons for it?
yeah, I don't know. She took some, she said she took some pickleball lessons, but I've been hearing that because I've been hearing that because it's not like tennis, where like in tennis you're like trained to play it.
Yeah.
Sort of like pickleball is sort of like the amateur version of tennis where you don't really have to be in the greatest shape. So you could have like I don't know, like weak joints or whatever, and still play it. And people are getting injured because they're not used to moving their bodies in such an athletic way. Because right now, pickleball is just a fad and it's not a real sport. So people are just doing pickleball because they want to be, they don't want to have, they don't want to suffer FOMO, and they just want to be a
Yeah.
part of this trend. So they're injuring themselves in the process. And plus, because it's not like real tennis, where tennis has been tried and true to be a safe sport.
Of course.
Pickleball is like smaller rackets, and people are getting injured, like I said, from just not being in the most agile state.
Fair enough. I mean, I like to play tennis on the occasion. I
Yeah,
don't know many people who play tennis, so I don't get to do it very often. But
right.
I always thought pickleball was like I was like, is this just like smaller tennis?
Yeah, or is it, or am I gonna get a jar of kosher dills afterwards?
Exactly. That
Oh,
was my
yeah.
first thought was like, why
Yeah.
are we what are we doing that involves a pickle?
Yeah. Like, am I gonna get like a deli sandwich afterwards?
I
Like,
mean, maybe.
what's my prize? What's my re reward? Like, 'cause I like kosher dill pickles. I'm such a
Okay.
pickle fan. But yeah, but I can play golf and then have pickles
Yeah,
after.
that you can play pickle golf.
Yeah, exactly.
I I've never played like full size golf. I've always played mini golf,
Oh,
which
with the
I will admit I'm
windmill.
pretty good. I'm pretty good at it. I gotta say.
Well, mini golf forces you to become really good at your short game. So
Oh
if
yeah,
you go out in the on the real course, you'll have your short game nailed down like that.
that's right. And hey,
Um,
I used to play baseball, so maybe that'll help with my long game too. Maybe maybe I
definitely.
got maybe I got the makings of a very amateur golf player because I'm not going
Yeah.
pro with any of that stuff. But
No, I could see you driving like, almost 300 down the fairway
oh
with
yeah.
with your baseball skills. I could see that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
I've always wanted to go to Top Golf too because that seems like just dumb fun.
It's actually really fun. It is really fun. And it's a social thing and you get food and drinks and it's just they make it enjoyable and they make it like a fun communal activity, which is great.
It reminds me of going bowling, to be
It
honest,
does. It
but
does.
just
Yeah.
golf form.
It does. And now the craziest thing is that they have these places where you can throw axes and you can
Yeah.
you can be in little rooms or sections and you can throw axes. But I'm over here like that's a personal injury attorney's dream to have someone get totally blitzed and misfire an axe. And then all of a sudden you've got a really good case on your hands.
That's why they make you sign the little
That's
thing in.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm like,
but
they're
yeah,
thinking ahead.
yeah, but having like the axes and I even thought like Top Golf would be a little bit dangerous because I'm like, you have booze, sticks, and balls. I mean, like
And
that's
you
a
can just
recipe. You could just leap off of
fall
the
off of it. Yeah.
fall off of it too. But they have a net.
Oh,
They have
okay.
a
Okay.
net there. Yeah, but still, you can get rope burn from the net. Get really bad rope burn.
Hey, that's why they make you sign like a stack of papers before you do any of this stuff now.
Exactly. It's like you have to show up like 30 minutes or 45 minutes prior to your tea time or
Yeah,
whatever to sign all these papers.
that's so crazy. Remember when you just had to go to like do one thing and you didn't have to sign a stack of papers?
Yes. Yeah. It was called the McDonald's ball pit and
Yep.
my mom threw me in that ball pit and now I rarely get sick because my immune system is
Oh
just
yeah. It's
so strong.
the
So strong.
McDonald's play they call what they call them, the play places. Those
The
things
play
were
places, yeah.
those things were germ infested uh
I
jungle
know.
gyms.
I know, but it strengthened my immune system, so she
Oh,
did
for
a good thing
sure.
of throwing me in there like, yeah, go. I'm gonna enjoy my coffee and my whatever egg McMuffin. You have fun.
Absolutely. Well, ooh, this one's a fun one. What is one of your favorite venue moments? Show moments, if you will.
Oh, favorite venue moments.
I always put it as venue on my little
Venue,
list,
yeah.
but it should be like show moment.
Hmm.
I know. There's so many. I've got a fun one. Mine was a haunted CC's pizza.
Really?
It wasn't actually haunted. It wasn't actually a CC's pizza, but
Wow.
it it was kind of creepy, like a haunted CC's would be.
Well, that definitely sticks with you.
Oh yeah, and the
Um,
sound guy was coked out.
oh, was he?
Oh yeah.
Did he take the banana boat?
Um, or not coked out. He had some marks on his arm. He was doing something else.
Oh, yeah, no, he was just testing out like the
Yeah,
pens on
the
his arm.
he was
Yeah.
testing out the quarter inch to make sure it was working.
Yes. testing out the dry pens
And
to
it
try to
it
see if
must have
there's any
been
more
hot.
ink.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
must have been hot that day
must have been hot.
because
Yeah, and
he was sweating.
sweating. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Venue. Uh, well, performing at the Meissen Park Amphitheater in Boca, that's always whenever I perform there, it's just one, it's in my hometown, and two, it's like the biggest stage in my in Boca. So I just like that feeling, that homecoming feeling, and then being in that big amphitheater setting. And the sound is just incredible.
I always like a good sound. Um,
Yeah, it makes a hell of a difference.
oh yeah. I went to a show in December. It was at the Greensboro Complex in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Okay, yeah.
This, I'm gonna be honest, the sound was not great,
Oh, darn.
but it's because that part of they've got like four different venues in one venue, it seems like. Um, this one was like a giant gymnasium. Like when you were
Was
a
it?
kid and you went to gym class and the
Yeah.
gym's like huge. Think of that feeling of how you're like the gym is so big and translate it to you as an adult now, and that's exactly what it felt like.
Wow.
And then the merch
It,
was all the way in the corner.
oh, was it? Just like in its own little
Yeah,
isolated
it,
area?
it had its own little like square of space. Granted, there was a lot of merch at that show, so that is like I don't know what the cap for that venue is. Don't ask me because I won't remember. But it
Okay, yeah.
was
Well, I wasn't planning on asking you, so
okay.
we're good.
It it's a huge venue for a lot of people. Oh, it has a cap of 35,000.
Oh, well that's a good yeah, that's a good crowd.
Oh yeah. So it 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 takes you like a minute to walk from the stage to the corner where the merch was.
It's a small minute.
Oh yeah.
It's a harmless minute, It's just
It was
it
at the
just
beginning. Then walking
yeah.
out of the venue, it felt like it took forever.
Well, it's endless fun for sure.
Exactly, exactly. Let's try to rapid fire some of these questions. This is gonna be fun, I promise. So, rapid fire. Let me pull them up because I forgot. I'll cut this part out. I'm like, where are my rapid fire questions at? They're all the way over here. Okay. Rapid fire question. I'm starting from that point.
Okay.
Night owl or early morning creative?
Night owl.
Okay. Studio session or live performance?
Live performance.
Okay. Writing alone or with a team?
Hmm.
I know. They both have their pros and cons.
They both have their pros and cons, yeah. Well, writing alone like challenges you,
It
but writing
does.
with a team, you can
Bounce ideas off of.
bounce ideas off. So, um,
Both.
I just say both, yeah.
I got you. Um, a song that you wish you had written.
Mm.
I always do In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins.
That's such a good one.
It may be influenced by my Phil Collins kick at the moment.
Oh my, yeah. Well, that Tarzan soundtrack is just epic.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a
Yeah,
great movie too.
I would love, yeah, the Tarzan soundtrack. Yeah, but because I'm a branding and business person, I'm gonna
Okay.
say diamonds are forever.
Good choice. That
Yeah.
is a good choice.
Yeah.
Um, ooh, sweet or salty snacks?
Sweet.
Okay. What's your go-to sweet snack?
Sweet snack. Oh, peanut butter cups, but not Reese's because they're bad. So
They are bad for you.
so like the Justins or like
Yeah.
the Unreals, like all of those are good. But like anything chocolatey and peanut butter or like chocolate and hazelnut, oh, get over here. Um,
Uh, favorite childhood movie?
hmm, Parent Trap, the one with Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I controversial opinion. I like it better than the original.
I know.
But
I know you said it, not me.
now, did speaking of Lindsay Lohan, did you see the new Freakier Friday?
I did,
How
and
was it?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and I also she she's the best she's ever looked.
Oh yeah,
Um,
for sure, one
yeah,
thousand
it's
percent.
all it's all those peptides, you know. I'm trying to
Yeah,
get into those peptides too, but you know, I mean, I don't want to alter anything on my face. But
of course.
she looks the best she's ever looked, and I think it's because yeah, from a spiritual standpoint, she's got like, you know, a sense of purpose now. She's like a wife, a mother, you know, that's all that she ever wanted is to give love unconditionally to people because she never really received that herself.
All right, that's deep. Okay. Uh, one word to describe your current era.
Universal.
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay. Now I've got some fun, playful questions for you. These are going to be interesting.
Okay, great.
If one of your songs came to life as a person, would you trust them?
What?
Yeah. That, it's a fun question, ain't it?
If one of my cat has a hair tie.
That sounds like a
What did I tell you about hair ties? If you swallow them, it's gonna be painful. Drop it.
it'll be even more painful for you.
No, I know. Um, but if one of my songs came to life, would I trust it?
Yeah. If it became a person, would you trust them?
I
I
want
would
to
say
say
no
yes.
to me.
I I want to say yes because it's like it was made from me, you know?
Yeah, of course.
But at the same time, like since we've seen a lot of those like iRobot clone movies, and
Yeah.
sometimes like the especially with the Stepford Wives with like Nicole
Yeah.
Kidman, all that. I don't know. I don't know if I would trust it. I wanna be optimistic and say yes.
Okay. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
I Robot, by the way, one of that is one of my favorite Will Smith movies.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely. Yeah. So futuristic.
Okay. What would you tell your younger self right before releasing your first song?
It's not gonna be your last.
I respect that answer. That's a good
Yeah.
one. Okay, this one. I didn't write this one. This is the one I found. If your phone leaked one note from your voice memos, would you survive?
Yeah, I would.
Would people think you were strange?
I think they already do.
Okay, fair enough. They'll probably be like, why is he making a bunch of random noises? That's okay then.
Right, I know.
Because I'll get a music idea and I'll open up my phone. If I don't have an instrument near me, I'll be like, dun, da, 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 and then that'll be the whole voice memo. And
Right,
so it just
yeah.
sounds so strange.
No, I think I'll be fine. I'll be good.
Okay. What's something fans would be shocked to learn you're really bad at?
I'm really bad at. Oh
Yeah.
God. Um,
Are you
I
bad at
remember.
tennis?
Mm, No, I wouldn't say I'm bad at tennis. I think just
Are you better at it than pickleball? No.
I think I think anything that involves like a bunch of numbers, like anything that's super left-brained, like
Yeah.
I can't. I'm like, what? I'm like Michael Scott in The Office. I'm
Yep.
like, explain this to me like I'm five, you know?
Sometimes that doesn't even
Which is
work for
actually a
him.
very like a self-aware thing to do because we're all
Oh
trying
yeah.
to get in touch with our inner child. So
Yeah, I guess that's true.
so anybody that bashes The Office, shame on you.
Don't
There's
go
some
watch my other episodes then. I do talk a little bit of shit about The Office.
it's okay. We can still be friends.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. There's some moments on there that I'm not a fan of either, so we're good.
I'm not a fan of cringe comedy.
Cringe. Yeah. Yeah. I just like especially nowadays because obviously a lot of what The Office is made from
Yeah.
it can't cancel culture would definitely have a field day with it today. So
Oh, for sure.
I love the fact that they were like the envelope pushers in such a dry way. But yeah, it's just that moment of explain it to me like I'm five, like that happens sometimes when because I'm very big picture and I can focus on the details, but sometimes when things are like too acidic, I'm like, my brain can't wrap around it.
That's fair. Okay. Do you have any pre-show rituals?
Oh, pretty sure. Well, I like to get a workout in,
Okay.
not an intense one, because then
Yeah.
I'll be out for the count. Yeah, I like to get a workout in, and then also I just like to have like a very easy day leading up to a show, so I can preserve my energy wisely.
Okay. I respect that answer. Um, this is one of my favorites. What song from your discography should a new listener listen to first?
Ooh.
I have my own personal answer for what I think it should be, but I want to hear yours.
Okay. They should listen to Thriller Killer first.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, they should listen to that one.
Okay. Yeah, I respect that answer. Um, ooh, it's gonna be my last semi-rapid fire question.
Okay.
One lyric you feel in every bone in your body every time you sing it.
Oh
I
my God.
told you this is why they're semi-rapid fire. You go, oh man, I gotta think about that now.
A lyric.
You've got it.
Well, there's a song that I wrote. It's called Echoes. Um,
Okay. Do you think
and it's
is that gonna be
called,
your answer?
yeah, I'm thinking about because there's two moments in that song. But one goes, don't know your name, but your mystery makes me come alive.
Ooh,
And then the other one is fire breathing on my skin, intuition kicking in.
I like that one too.
I
That's the
do
one I
too.
would have went for.
Right? Yeah. It has that like ugh, has
Has
that
that yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost like a gut punch.
Oh, it's definitely a gut punch for sure.
Okay. Well, we only have two questions left. Well, I guess this one's not really a question, but I want you to plug your stuff. Where can people find you? Where can they find your music? Well, besides the obvious things like Spotify. Don't tell me you can find it on Spotify. Well, I know that. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah,
But
you can find it on Spotify. Yes, you
yeah.
can. Um,
Can they
but
find it on Roblox though?
I have to look into that. I have to see if they can find it on Roblox.
I recently found out that you can now submit your music to Roblox.
Really?
Now I wouldn't recommend it because they're going through a lawsuit featuring yeah, I'm not you look it up.
I'll look it up.
You can't say it on YouTube, so
Okay.
it's not
Um,
great.
no, but you can find me on Facebook, on Instagram at Kendra Erika. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on TikTok. Also Spotify, Apple Music. And if you just Google me, you'll find what you need.
That's right. I mean, you just I can Google you right now and I know the first thing that comes up is your Wikipedia page.
Yes. And also you can go to www.kendraerika.com where you can click the link on my homepage to get more info on the Las Vegas showcase for License to Thrill, and you can get your tickets there as well.
Also, by the way, fantastic website, by the way. It's just
Thank
so
you.
it's very well put together.
In the words of Elvis, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. And then shout outs. Let me hear shout outs. You want to shout out anybody in particular?
Yeah, well, shout out to my mom, shout out to my dad, shout
Of
out to
course.
my publicist Kelly Bennett,
Yes, shout out to her.
shout out to Myra McKinley, and shout out to um who else I want to shout out to? Um, oh, speaking of website, a shout out to Frank, my web guy.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, all the teams coming together.
Oh yeah. Well, I only have one last question for you. And that
Okay.
is, what song of yours do you want to have as the outro song for the episode?
Goldeneye.
I had a feeling you were going to say that. I already have it downloaded and everything to go.
Damn, that's like it's hot.
That's right. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and thank you all for watching. Oh, I saw your cat in the background.
Oh, the cat.
Yeah. So watch the video version to see the tail of the cat.
Yes. Oh, the tail of the cat. Oh, that sounds like a book. I love it.
I think it might be actually. Don't quote me on that, but
I won't because, YouTube's gonna quote you.
yeah, exactly. Well, again, thank you for coming on, and thank you all for watching.
Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure.
Yeah. This has been Mullins Over Music Podcast, episode 56, with your host, producer, and editor, Austin Mullins. Special thanks to guest Kendra Erika for coming on. The closing track is Goldeneye by Kendra Erika. Check out Kendra on all socials and find her new album when it releases on all the platforms you get your music from. And of course, go see her at the shows we mentioned on the episode. Thanks to Kendra for coming on the podcast and to Kelly for reaching out and coordinating us coming together for the podcast. Special thanks to viewers like you. Thank you, and until next time.
How I watched you from the shadows as a child. You never know how it feels. The tears. See him move through smoke and mirrors. Feel his presence in the crowd. Other girls, they they gather around him. If I had him, I wouldn't let him out. Goldeneye, not lace or leather. Golden chains, take him to the spot. Goldeneye, I'll show him forever. It'll take forever to see what I've got. You'll never know how I watched you from the shadows as a child. You'll never know how it feels. The tears. Found his weakness. Goldeneye, he'll do what I please. Goldeneye, no time for sweetness, but a bitter kiss will bring him to his knees. Goldeneye, not lace or leather. Golden chains, take him to the spot. Goldeneye, I'll show him forever. It'll take forever to see what I've got.